Alright. I know I said I was done riding, but figured I'd go ride a little bit yet, or done videoing anyway. I figured I'd just video a little bit yet. Ain't going to get the fucking bike. Don't want to break nothing. And plus, mom's got to bring Keegan into the chiropractor anyway, so. So it's not even worth the fucking try to ask her. Plus I sat in the fucking garage till almost 2:30, so. Please don't tell me it's starting to fucking rain. You know, I always see people with these nice, you know, wood sheds and these fucking plastic tump built sheds or whatever the fuck they're called. You know, if I could find a decent shed, you know, whether it's plastic or wood, you know, preferably wood. You know, whether I can get it for a good price or even, like, let's say free, I'd have Dad fucking, I'd have that tin shed that we got, that metal one. I'd rip that fucker down so fast. The push mowers you want to sell, that we want to sell, go in my new shed or in my shed until we get them sold. And then because we got what, fucking 4 push mowers at home right now. 3 run, 1's junk. So the 2 that we don't need are, the 2 that we don't need that are gonna run, or that run, are gonna get sold. So the 2 that run, well, 2 of the 3 that run are gonna get sold, which is the one I got from an old co-worker of mine. I took it because then we had a running backup for our, at the time, me and lawnmower, me and push mower was down. I could use the one that I got from my co-worker to edge and do the front yard and shit. Which I only had to use once. I'll post in the ad, used once. Almost brand new. Well, on Facebook you got the option to put used like new, because like I said, it's only used once. I only had to use it once, and that was because at the time our main push mower was giving me problems because it was warm out, and I stopped cutting the grass to talk to the mailman because he was dropping our mail off and I couldn't get it started. So then I had to use the one from my old co-worker. And then the one's junk, and then the one that was giving me trouble was my grandma's neighbor's old one. So my grandma's neighbor's old push mower we were using. Then I got that one from fucking work, from the owner of his work's son. So now we're using that one. I'd wanna, if somebody was giving away, a nice wood shed, I'd tell them, hey, you got a utility trailer big enough to haul that? And they'd be like, yeah, why? If they're like, yeah, why? I'll give you $50 fucking to deliver it for me. Just signal to them that the speed limit's 25 because they're in a residential area. Residential streets are 25. If you didn't know that. Country roads are 55. Some highways are 65 yet, and most of the highways are 70. Residential streets are, like I said, 25. Back roads or country roads, whatever you want to fucking call them. Sprinkling now, I gotta head home. Back roads or country roads are 55. Then, like I said, highways and all that are 65 and 70, because there are some highways that are 65, and then there's, if not all the highways are on, if not all of them, minus like one or two, are 70 around here anyway. I don't know about the rest of the country, but most of the highways, if not almost all of them, are 70 miles an hour around here. I think 41 might be 65, and then 172 might be 65 yet too. Which the highway that runs behind where we got our camper from, I think is 41.